Like the way it sounds, Frody? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that my mama. I will never give my heart to it. If I could just make a dance that goes with this song, then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, all in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. Shake it. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you'll have your fam. I lay on beaches and swerving whips. You ain't serving, you just an urban myth. Every day get flea. Ride around Queens on a jet ski, it's me. Every day get to the day I die. Every day get, man, I that, and I that, bouncing up and down. Nearly broke. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. I look up, so many. Oh my God. So many. I done made sacrifices.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see 2 of the best in terms of patrolling the middle of the field. It's all-pro linebackers Sean Lee and Bobby Wagner.
All right, Larry, somewhat surprisingly, the rain has held off. Just overcast skies so far as you get a look inside CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run it with Carson. And he'll get out near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Anthony Hitchens in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Play clock winding down. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter, John Ryan, to kick it away for Seattle. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. John Ryan on now to punt this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Prescott now on second down. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he is knocked down from the side, near the 48-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Now Elliott, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. On second down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. Remain in a scoreless first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Running with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The give is to Elliott, and he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. What stands to reason it gives Zeke the ball there? I mean, let's face it. Last year, led the league in first downs picked up.
Yeah, 91 of them, 19 more than second-place David Johnson.
Yeah, you can see the confidence that the team has in him touching the football. Offensive line wants to block even harder because of him.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Second down, Prescott. Steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And he knocks it through. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They go to Elliott again. Elliott a first down and more. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards through the air on a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's Carson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. The play clock's running down. On second down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Wilson now to throw on third down. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott, and he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 5, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. And they're definitely showing blitz here. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line is probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy is probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley, 45 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Lee coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Third and long, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
14.
In motion right, Baldwin. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel
rather you than me. If you've been with me from Port of Miami, it's been a journey. Ain't nothing changed. A little stronger, a little wiser. Maybe a little more. Blame it on America. I'm pulling off the lot, I bought the gas. Her future bright, don't give nobody bad. So I got a lot of leverage. This is fetish. Fully loaded on the 7. Your dog did a damn, you never wrote a letter. Still in the box, got a rapping acapella. Kim Treasure, people with the weather. I got it, boy, don't make me be the devil. He knocking on the door and know the password. Gave me his blessings while I'm hotter than the last verse.
Dead presidents, dead presidents. Dead presidents, dead presidents.
Let's go, all my little militant. Let's go to trial, we guilty to proving innocent.
Dead presidents, dead presidents. Dead presidents, dead presidents.
Feds. Let's go to trial, we guilty to proving innocent.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be 2 quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Keenum's Vikings going up against Dalton's Bengals.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And his first pass is incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now. Lucky 56.
To throw, it's Keenum. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. What's in there? 40. All right, now, lucky 56. Leopard.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Leopard.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Boom, Detroit.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Off the play fake, Keenum. Over the middle here to Rudolph. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. 44 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Charles, we got a second here to discuss Cincinnati as their offense works their way back out there. Marvin Lewis, many thought on the way out, but now a 2-year extension, and it's 2 straight years without them being in the playoffs after 5 straight in the playoffs. Were you surprised that Marvin Lewis was given the extension?
I actually was, because he was at the end of his contract, and I thought that was a natural end point for he and the Bengals, especially since, as you framed it, back-to-back years without the playoffs, back-to-back years of 7 and 9. But getting the 2-year extension tells me they're ready to rebuild. Retool this team. They've got to get better in the offensive line. They've got to get better skill position players. The defense is going to undergo some more construction now. Got a new defensive coordinator coming in. So the coaching staff, players, a rebuild in Cincinnati, and they think Marvin Lewis is the guy to guide them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. It's second down. Dalton looking. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Dalton throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing, Dalton. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on. Third down to bring up fourth. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll set up a throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First and 10, Keenum. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. The gain of 39 that time.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Time running out here on the play clock. On first down, Keenum steps away. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Throwing on second. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. Green 39. Gone.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Green's got it over the middle. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Mixon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Let's go. 3,
They'll look to throw. He's going to let this thing go deep for LaFell. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Now let's go! Blue Liners! Blue Liners!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good.
I go out for my squad and I put that on God. Squad? All I got is my